Hi, this is Richard Quack coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to welcome you to my weekly live video, and in today's session, I would like to talk about personal development. And the topic is, the only way to be successful is to do what successful people do. Isn't it true? I believe that this is a very, very important topic if you are looking or seeking success. Okay, now I'm sure you've heard that success leaves clue. Isn't it true? Successful people, they become successful, but you can learn from them. Okay, now basically, people who are successful, they have a pattern of excellence. What it means here is that they do things that make them successful. And you know that many of them don't even know what they do to become successful, because they have become successful because of the unconscious things that they do. All right, that's why they become successful, and they don't even know what they do that make them successful. They just have that pattern of excellence to do things that make them successful. Okay, but people who fail, they keep on doing things that make them fail. Okay, now I'm sure you heard about role modeling. All right, role modeling, and if you want to be successful, you got to role model or follow people who are successful. You got to copycat those people who are successful, do what they do, and you become successful as well. And I'm sure you heard about neuro-linguistic programming in NLP. All right, in NLP, they have a strategy called role modeling. Okay, now role modeling means, okay, you role model, you follow people who are successful, or people who you want to become like them. Okay, and what you role model number one, the physiology. Okay, the physiology, the action. Okay, the body movement, and so on. The second thing you role model is the mental syntax, how they think. All right, how they think in a way that, which one comes first, whether they see first and they talk, or they hear first. So which one is the sequence? All right, that is a sequence. That is what we call mental syntax. I'm not going to go in detail here, but that is what it is. And the third thing, and the most important thing, is you got to role model the belief. All right, successful people have got a belief system that make them successful. So you got to role model their belief system. Okay. Now here I'm going to talk about 5 things that you need to do to role model people who are successful, so that you can become successful as well. Would you be interested to find out? I'm sure if you are looking for success, then this is something that you can learn. All right. Number 1, you got to be committed. Now this is very true. You got to be committed, in a sense that, when you start something, you got to continue and complete it. Okay, you have a dreams and you got to act on it, and you have to complete it. But the sad thing is, a lot of people, they have the bad habit of starting something, and you know what, they abandon it halfway and they never complete it. So when they keep on doing the same thing and don't complete, it becomes a bad habit, whereby in the future they keep on doing things and they will stop before completing it. All right, so basically you got to be committed. And when I talk about commitment here, which is very important, because you got to be committed. You don't even, you don't, it is not about having interest. That's why a lot of people have interest. Oh, I ask them, oh, Richard, yes, I want to be successful. I'm interested. But when you ask them to do certain things, well, they give you plenty of excuses. That means they are not committed. Commitment is different from interest. Interest will not make you successful, because a lot of people have got interest. But to be successful, you got to be committed to make it work. That means you got to be 100% committed to take action to make it work. So ask yourself, in whatever you do you have commitment, or you just have interest? Interest is wishy-washy, That means you're just dreaming about it to become successful, which will not happen. You got to be committed. Okay, and commitment with a formal structure. That means you got to know every single day what you're supposed to do, and so on. Okay, and of course, when you talk about commitment as well, you got to be persistent as well. Rome was not built in a day. You got to be persistent, and you got to take charge of your life, or knowing that at the end of the tunnel you will see light. So you got to be persistent. Okay. Now, Tony Robbins, I'm sure you heard about Tony Robbins, right? He quoted this: "There is no abiding success without commitment." This is very true. There is no abiding success without commitment. So you need to have commitment. So that's number 1, be committed. Number 2, you got to act confidently. This is important as well. Okay, you got to be confident. If you are not confident about what you do, you will not be successful. So you are not born with confidence. You got to practice confidence. You got to practice confidence. Like successful people like Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, and even Jeff Bezos for that matter, okay, they have to practice confidence. They are confident. Okay. Now, people think that, when you become successful, then you have confidence, right? When you have success, you have confidence, but that is not right. Confidence is a cost. Confidence is a cost. You act confident, and then only then you become confident. Okay. So like the saying goes, you got to fake it till you make it. Fake it in a sense that, fake your physiology, tonality to appear to be confident. Okay. When I say fake it, it doesn't mean go and buy a big car or big house or whatever, all right? But fake in terms of confidence. Now, how do you do that? The best example is do what actors do. Do what actors do. Okay. Now, actors, they want to play a role. They got to practice the role so much that, they become that role. That's what it's all about. Okay. I want to talk about Cary Grant. He quoted this, Cary Grant, the actor, right? He's an old timer. He said, you got to pretend to be somebody, okay? To be somebody he wanted to be until finally he became that person. All right. So I pretend to be somebody I wanted to be until finally I became that person. That means, he want to act the part. He got to be that person. All right. So that is what it's all about. You got to learn from actors. Now, think like a successful person. Thought is powerful, isn't it? Thought is powerful. So you got to think like a successful person. Think, thought, whatever you think about, you bring about. So you got to think like a successful person. Okay. And the other thing is that you got to feel as well. Feel. Emotion is important. You got to feel, all right, that you are successful. So you need to have emotion of positive emotion like joy, pride, enthusiasm, excitement, and so on. Okay, so you have to have the feeling as well. Now, you got to also improve on your physiology as well. Physiology is very important, all right? Like I mentioned just now about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, physiology is very important because why? You got to improve on your breathing, how you breathe, your posture, your interaction with people, and so on. Very important. Posture is very important. Why is that so? You look at all the successful people. Okay, what is the posture like? Look at how Michael Jordan walked, Tiger Wood walk. They walk with the chest in front, isn't it? They don't hunch like people who fail. Posture, breathing as well. Tonality of the word is one. Everything is very important. That represents the physiology. Okay. So number 2 is act confidently. Number 3, be other-centered. This is very important. Be other-centered. Focus on others. Okay, because why? You need help from other people. You cannot become successful on your own. So you got to focus on other people because you want to work together with them because you got to be, it's all about teamwork, all right? Now, I like the quote by Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar, he said, you can have everything in life if you just help enough other people get what they want. That is so true, all right? You got to help other people to become successful before you can become successful. So it's very important, be other-centered, okay? Now, people think that success is equal to financial gain. Well, the truth is that success is not about financial gain. Financial gain is a small part of it, that's all. Okay, but success means impacting other people. That means impact that you leave on the world. That's very important. That means on other people, all right? So success is about impacting the life of other people in the world. That is what be other-centered about. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4, self-esteem. If you look at all the successful people, they have very high self-esteem. That means they believe in themselves. Isn't it true? They believe in themselves and they act that way as well. That means, if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? So you got to have high self-esteem. That is a very important aspect. If you want to become successful, high self-esteem. That means you got to have a high self-belief. Believe in yourself. Okay? So look at all the successful people. The way they talk, the way they present themselves, they show high self-esteem. That means, they believe in what they do, they believe in what they say. Okay? So you want to be successful, number 4, have high self-esteem. Lastly, number 5, you need to have high energy. Okay, I'm sure I quoted this many times before. High energy equals to high income. You got to be high energy. How to get high energy? Well, there are many things that you can do to have high energy. Number 1, that you got to consciously do it. All right, like now I'm talking to you on this live. I'm showing you with high energy. I'm talking with high energy, with excitement and so on. That is what high energy is all about. Okay, of course, you need to have other things as well. To have high energy, you got to be healthy. You got to have enough sleep. You got to, exercise and so on. So high energy is very important. A lot of people, they don't have high energy. That's why they will never become successful. You got to have high energy. All right. Once you have high energy, then people are attracted to you because of your high energy. And high energy is something that is crucial. Look at all the successful people. They all have high energy. The way they walk, the way they talk, it's all with excitement. Okay? So that is what it takes to become successful. So if you want to be successful, let me repeat for you. All right? The only way to become successful is to do what successful people do, because success leaves clues. All right? Number 1, you need to be committed. Okay? Number 2, you got to act confidently. Follow the actors, what the actors do. Okay? Number 3, be other-centered. That means help other people. I like what Zig Ziglar quote. You can have everything in life if you just help enough other people get what they want. Okay? And remember as well, success is not about financial gains alone. Of course, that is a part of it. But it is about impact that you leave on the world. And number 4, self-esteem. You got to believe in yourself. You got to have high self-image. And lastly, number 5, you got to have high energy. Remember, high energy equals high income. Low energy equals low income. So if you want high income, then you got to increase your energy. Okay? So that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something here. And if you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. I appreciate you for the time that you spent with me here, and I really hope that it has been useful. Okay? So I'll see you again on Friday with another session of my live video. So this is Richard Quack from Malaysia, wishing you good night and